What is the meaning of PvP life? The meaning of PvP life is to get the money. It is literally the search for more money. It is Spaceballs Part 2. Best way to spend crystals. Okay, there's a serious question, I think. I don't know if I can take you seriously, but I do think that's a good question. My personal, there's a few ways that I spend crystals, and this is just me, but I spend crystals on gear. I do them a little bit on refreshes, sometimes on Cantina if there's something I really need, usually just for the regular energy refreshes because I like to get my 600 energy contribution and I like to get some gear. But some ways that you really want to save your gear is for some of those pieces in the store that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. One of the best examples, some of the best deals, in my opinion, are some of those gold orbs that are 750 crystals, or the Athachem packs. I'm not sure how to pronounce any of this crap. Those little boxes. Yeah, straight up gear, Ira. They're 750 crystals. They're always top right. And usually because of the challenge, you've got the prototype already. You just need the salvage, or I think it's maybe this is the prototype and that's the salvage. I don't know which it is, but they're always paired together. That's a really good deal, in my opinion. I've bought those several times. Also a great deal is buying projectors, those Mark III holo projectors. They're 300 crystals, but they're so worth it. It takes forever to farm those little guys, and everybody freaking needs them. And it's usually the last piece you need for furnace. If you've been doing heroic rancor long enough, you've probably got all the salvage. You just need the projector. So I buy those whenever I've got enough extra. I'll just buy them because somebody's going to need them. And then another one, some things you might want to consider also buying if you've got a little bit more is buying a fully crafted stun gun or a fully crafted stun cuff. They're a little bit heavier to swallow. I think it's 1,400 or something like that. But at the end of the day, everybody freaking needs a cuff. Everybody needs a stun gun. It takes forever to farm those things. So if you've got the crystals, I would use it on that. The only time I would personally recommend getting in there and buying a pack, this is just me. There's one of two ways you can do this. Number one is if you're a new player and you really just have a wide scope of what you need. You don't have any specific needs, then I would say go ahead and buy one of those chromium packs. The best deal is going to be the mega pack, which has guaranteed characters and that kind of stuff. I think that's more worth it at the beginning. Or if you're whaling it up, if you've got the money, if you can drop a good amount of money and buy one of those huge packs, then I think that can be worth it too. Go ahead, Cypher.
Has anyone actually done the math to see if it's worth, I guess, farming the gear with crystals over doing the refreshes on your regular shards?
I think Lyricist did something like that, didn't you?
Yeah. It's better to farm gear with 50 crystals refreshes rather than buying them. It'll cost about 1,000 to get 50.
Yeah. So, and that's probably true as far as a long-term goal. If you're willing to take the time, then yeah, farming the gear is probably going to be a better route. However, what I would say about that is, are you willing to wait? And if you can afford it, if you've got the crystals for it, then I would say use it on the gear. Maybe technically it would be cheap. Obviously, it'd be cheaper to just farm it with energy. But if you've got the resources, buy that guaranteed gear. My personal opinion is it's worth it if you've got it. What I don't like, this is me personally, but I don't like using my crystals for RNG. I like to know what I'm buying. If you're buying a pack with your crystals, you're completely dependent on the computer to randomly generate something that you need. And that sucks balls 9 out of 10 times when you get nothing. When you get, CUP shards, screw that. So I think gear is one of the best places to spend your crystals because you know exactly what you're getting and you're going to have an immediate use for it. Now, something else that is underrated for spending crystals on. I don't know how much you guys have noticed this, but that mod shop, mods is something that we could talk for hours on. So I won't get too much into it. But one of the biggest things you need for mods is guaranteed speed secondary. You're going to need it, especially if you're running a Jedi team like me. I just got to have more speed. I can't have enough. You only pay 15 crystals to refresh that mod shop. That, in my opinion, is a very, very well spent refresh because it's not very many crystals and it gives you that much opportunity to get another speed secondary. So me personally, I think if you're where I'm at, I've kind of got my arena team set. I'm working on some side projects right now, but I'm kind of just enjoying finally having arrived at the arena team I've been working on forever. I'm using crystals on, that's damn right you learned something from me, Cypher. I'm using a lot of my crystals on refreshes in that store so that I can find mods that I need, because at the end of the day, mods are going to be what takes you way over the edge. So that was a long-winded answer to how to spend your crystals, but I think that's my opinion.